Hello and welcome to Lesson 5 Vocabulary. Your essential questions for today are, how can we use word attack strategies to figure out unfamiliar words? The second essential question is, why are root words, prefixes, and suffixes important? By the end of this lesson, you should be able to define 6 vocabulary words from your text on summer and define the Latin root word der. Let's take a look. Many of the words in English language have 3 parts. A prefix, which is usually in the beginning, a root word, which sometimes is in the beginning or in the middle, and a suffix, which is typically at the end. Words can be broken down into parts. If you learn some prefixes, some roots, and a few suffixes, you can multiply your vocabulary, rather than merely add to it word by word. If you take a look over on the right, this is the root word cog. It means mind, think, know. Can you think of any words that have the root cog in it? 2 that you might be familiar with on this list are cognizant, to be aware or mindful, and incognito, which means having one's identity hidden. As you can see, all of these words have the root cog in it. Some are in the beginning and some are in the middle. Let's learn a new root word from your story. The Latin root der means to harden, hold out, and last. Here are 3 words. Say these with me. Endure, durable, and duress. For the word endure, you can see that the root word is at the end. The word en is a prefix. If you put the 2 together, you get endure. To endure is to go through something long-lasting. Sometimes people pronounce this as endure. It just depends where you're from. The second one is durable. Durable means to last long. It's something that's tough, kind of like tires on a car. And if you look, the root word is in the beginning. The last one is duress, and the root word is also in the beginning. It means to use force or threat, kind of like when your parents tell you, you better clean up your room. All right, so where can I find a list of these words to practice? Well, you can go on the website www.readingrockets.org and look up all the root words, prefixes, and suffixes. I will also be reviewing these and demonstrating the site in class. All right, so what do I do when I come across a word that I don't know? Well, what you can do is you can use word attack strategies, but you have to know what they are. Step 1. Draw a target and insert your word in the center of it. Here's an example. Step 2. Attack. Attack the target with any of the 4 strategies listed below. So here are your strategies for helping you to understand and recognize and know a vocabulary word. The first one is, of course, you can find a dictionary laying around or a dictionary app, or you can go on dictionary.com and you can type in the word and look for its meaning. Sometimes, though, words have double meanings, so you got to be careful. The second one is to use it in a meaningful sentence, or look up the word and look at the word used in a sentence and focus on what is being said around it. So that sometimes can indicate or help you figure out a word. The third one is a mnemonic device. Think about a time when you were in music class. Did you ever hear of EGBDF or Every Good Boy Does Fine? You can use a mnemonic device to help you remember a word and its meaning. The fourth one is visual representation. Having some good visuals of what the word means helps you to kind of keep it in your head and keep a visual of what that word means. The fifth one is text connection. Can you make a connection in a text somewhere with this word? Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes you have to go on a hunt. The sixth one is word part recognition. Again, breaking apart the word into prefix, root word, and suffix. The seventh one is antonym. That's looking at what the word is not. It's looking at the opposite of what the word means. And the eighth one is synonym, looking for words that are similar, that you are familiar with. All right, so let's learn some new words here. This is a word attack chart, and I do not have the whole chart filled out, but I have what I think are some important pieces. So pronounce these words with me. The first one is, I want you to be able to get pronunciation. You can always go on dictionary.com and look up the word and listen to the way it sounds. The first one is aloofness. Second one, apex, bias, duration, melancholy, and pretentious. So what do these words mean? Well, take a minute, get out a piece of paper and a pencil, and let's take some notes, because these are your vocabulary words. Alrighty. So aloofness is distant, reserved, and indifferent. That's what the word means. If you look at the visual, you can tell the lady in this picture looks very distant. She looks like, she just doesn't care. And an antonym, or antonyms for this word, is being very close, very open, very engaged. So as you can see what the word is not, you can also see what it is. So this is a nice chart when it's all filled out to help you to study. The second word is apex. This means the tip, the peak, the point, the climax of something. If you look, there's a mountain, and you can see the very top is the apex. What it's not is a base or bottom. So that's the antonym. The next word is bias. It's the feelings or opinions that you have towards something. And often the news is bias. It will give you certain feelings or opinions towards something, even if you weren't there or don't know the whole story. The antonym for this word is fairness and tolerance. The next word is duration. Think about a length of time, maybe the duration it took for your homework to get done. And as you can see, there's a timer here. The antonym to this would be the end. The word melancholy means a gloomy state of mind. When you're depressed, if you look and maybe you're reading a book and the character might be acting very melancholy for one reason or another. Maybe something happened to them that put them in this state of mind. And as you look at this picture, you can see this guy looks kind of gloomy. The opposite of this would be cheerful, sunny, or joyful. The last word is pretentious. This means conceited, grandiose, showy. Maybe you read a story where there was a very pretentious business owner. And if you look at the visual, there is a picture of a man holding up his phone, taking a picture of himself. The antonym to this is genuine or modest. They're kind of being reserved. They're not bold or conceited. So I just want you to get the idea of how a chart like this can help you. And this is a chart, again, of 8 different word attack strategies that you can use when you don't know a word. Are you taking notes? All right. So let's look at our checklist for today. Can you define 6 new vocabulary words and use them in a sentence? Can you use the words that we just learned? If not, make sure to go back and take some notes And maybe you want to even fill in more of the chart. I highly encourage you to do so. Secondly, know what the Latin root word der means. Do you know what it means? And thirdly, can you list 4 new word attack strategies? If you can do all of these things, then answer the questions below this video. Have a great day.